Now this is the story about Wrigley Field. As we all know, Wrigley Field currently holds its place floating above the loop, high in the sky. But it wasn't always that way, you know. This is how it happened. We all know the Cubs is the #1 baseball team in history. But how did they become the way they are today? I'll tell you. 600 years ago, Chicago was inhabited completely by bears, and it makes sense. We got the football team that's called the Bears. So these bears were all sitting there, and they got together, and they had these little baby bears, and the baby bears called cubs. And those cubbies were a really good group of guys. They said, you know, we gotta do something, and we gotta make a baseball. So they decided to invent the sport of baseball, and they did. Cubbies for playing baseball in the street. You can't play baseball in the street city of Chicago. You're gonna get a baseball through the window like I did. These fucking punk kids. Someone said you gotta, you know, get a field or something. So they decided, you know what, we're gonna build a park to play baseball. They made a big fucking baseball stadium field. They became the biggest baseball team that ever hit this stage. So they're playing, and they wanted to make a league. So it was like, what are we gonna call our field now? You gotta ask yourself this question: what did baby bears love the most? Spearmint gum, Wrigley's gum. They spelled out Wrigley's Field all over the place. They were real nice about it. And so they came down, and they had a real good time. Cubbies are the greatest baseball team in the history of Chicago and the world. 3 years ago, and there was this, I got so drunk, and I had 62 beers, and I threw up all over the little kid sitting in front of me from Wisconsin. And then JFK crowned Harry Carey a king of bears. And that's the story of Wrigley Field.